Hello, beautiful beings, and welcome to this live. I am getting it all set up to have our darling, dearest Olivia join. And I know how to do this action now to have a beautiful, beautiful. Okay.
Hi.
Hi. You know what, though? It's I swear. I'm so good at this.
You're so good at everything, Rose. You're perfect at everything.
I'm good at everything I do. That's not right. All right. Well, one would think,
It should
one would
just
think just
automatically make it two, right?
it should, I guess. I don't know. I choose. I don't know what this is. But anyway, hi, beautiful beings. Welcome to the live where we are having the most fun.
Yeah.
We're here today to share magical success stories of the most phenomenal, wonderful, easy manifestations ever. And we were just on Ms. Olivia's YouTube, and we shared a bunch of stories over there.
It's perfect.
We shared a bunch of stories over there, and now we're going to continue the party over here, sharing even more success stories that are different than the ones that we shared on Olivia's YouTube.
Hmm?
And if you're not already following on her, it's Master Manifestors 7370 over there, and I hear it's at Master Manifestors, as you can see. And I am at Rome Wild on both places. Aloha, beautiful goddesses.
Hey, guys.
Okay, so where did we end? Did we end with you or me last time?
I think we ended with you.
Okay, well, I'm going to kick it to you then with whatever magical success story you want to share next.
Okay. So I actually did, I kind of did success stories that mirror each other. So, like, I have all the success stories I have for this one are similar to the ones that we had on mine. So let's start with the money one again. This was me manifesting $1,000 instantly. So I was actually watching my own money video, and on it I was talking about manifesting money instantly, and I was like, ooh, like I should do that right now. And I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna decide that like I just received $1,000, right? And so in my head, I saw $1,000, like a notification for $1,000, like come down and like me receive it, right? And then I was like, in that moment, like I was literally expecting, because I was like, I'm choosing the reality where I have $1,000 just came to me. I'm choosing that right now. Oh my God, you did it. Right? I'm choosing the reality where $1,000 just came to me. And so, like in my head, I'm like expecting like to see the notification, like $1,000, right? And I didn't, right? So I was like, oh, it's fine, whatever. I just kept watching my video, got off the video, and I seen that my phone was in Do Not Disturb. So I wasn't gonna get a notification. But guess what? I received $1,000 right at that moment that I decided that I received $1,000.
Yes. I love it. I love it. Um, that's hilarious. Also, it was funny because like I got this to finally do the thing. I had untoggled that button already.
Really?
But apparently it didn't take. So I was like, well, I don't understand it because it shouldn't, whatever. But I just did it again and it worked. So anyway, hooray. Okay, so actually, I'm going to share another SP story, but it's like a friendship story, and it's Olivia, because it was like an instant of, I was watching videos in January, and like I was watching some of her videos and really enjoying her lives, and I just felt like I was hanging out with a friend. So I jokingly said, I was like, oh, I'm just hanging out with my friend Olivia. And then I didn't think much about it, right? And then like months later, I saw another one of her lives popped up, and I watched it, and then I like made a TikTok, and I like tagged her because it was something she had said had jarred something in my brain. And then again, like posted it, didn't think of it, like whatever. And then she came up again on my feed one day, and I was like, I really want to be friends with her. And in that moment, I was like, when I want to be friends with someone, it's because I'm already friends with them. Like, that's what that's telling me. So it wasn't something I scripted for or put a lot of thought into. It was just like in that moment, I was like, oh, yeah, because we're friends already. And then so I was like, well, we're friends already. So obviously she's going to see my stuff and love it and then follow me and message me, and we're going to be friends. And so that night, she followed me, she messaged me, and she said, hey, do you want to do a collab? Which was not what I had specified, but was even better. So we did our first collab, and I just thought that was really funny. It was so fast because it was aligned. I didn't have any resistance. I didn't have any story built up. I wasn't like, oh, what if she doesn't like me? I was like, I'm amazing. She's amazing. We're already friends. And that's it.
Oh my God. So let me tell you this isn't my story, but I want to tell you how I experienced it so you guys can know how you feel, like what the person is feeling when you're manifesting them, right? So for me, I had seen the video she had tagged me, and I had seen it, I had commented, and I had left it alone, right? And then somebody had liked my comment on her video. So it brought me back to the video. And when I was watching her, I was like, ooh, her energy is so fucking boss. Like, and really now I know what I was feeling is resonance. Like me and Rose, obviously we're different people, but our energy is very like in sync, and synchronized. And so I could feel that. And I love the way she taught, like the way she teaches. Like I've seen so many teachers, and she impressed me. Like the way that she taught was impressive, and I could see she was very masterful in what she was teaching. So I was like, this is somebody, like when I see somebody like that, I want to bring them to my community because I want to put y'all on, some real deal teachers that I feel like are very helpful to you. So I was like, we're going to do this. And then we did our live, and I'm like, whoa, I love her. She's amazing. I was like, oh, we should be friends. And I did, though. It's so funny because I was like, what if she doesn't want to be friends, though? Like, what if she wants, like, what if she just wants to be like, like we can just do business stuff together. But I was like, I don't know, like, I think we should be friends. And then we just became friends like that. And we were like clicked like over it like instantly, and just like, because, I think Rose was like, let's get on FaceTime like after to talk about our live that we did. And we just clicked like instantly after that. So it was awesome. It was definitely what you're seeking is seeking you guys. Because I had been opening myself to more friends and, things like that. And then came Rose, and she's perfect.
You also, first of all, yes, we're both so perfect. But also, you had said something about like the day before, you had said something about like just like really being like wanting like a friend like that in the like manifestation community and everything. So I think it was funny where it was like we both had like parallel like desires on our hearts. But I will say it was like, it wasn't until I put my foot down that like it was like, think of like the whole like things that had to happen where it was like she came up on my like FYP. I was like, no, we're friends. Someone liked the comment she had left on that other post. She got pulled back to it and was like, I like this person. She hopped into my live that day, I think. I don't know. Yeah. And then like I think when I saw her, I thought it was so funny because I had just thought about you, and I was like, we're friends, and you popped in, and I was like, yeah, because we're friends.
That is insane. I love that. You guys, like, let that be just how easy it is to manifest like a specific person, because it's just like she's saying, like, this is like, she just decided we are friends because we already are. Like, I have the desire because the desire is there, and her desire was meeting my desire. It was already there. You know what I mean? Okay. Let's continue. Okay, so I have another show story. And I don't know where I shared this because I know I shared it on my Patreon, but so another comfort show, Modern Family is my current comfort show, right? And so once again, I watched it from beginning to end and then started over and watched it from beginning to end. And then at the second time, you guys know, like once you watch a show back to back like that, it's too familiar, right? You already know every single thing that's going to happen in all the episodes because you just watched it. So I was like, dang, I need to find another comfort show. And I was like, but I missed that show. Like Phil, the dad in there, he's so comforting to me because he's so goofy and silly and like, but loving, right? And I was like, oh, but I want to watch Modern Family. Like, but there's nothing I can watch. So literally I get the intuitive guidance. This is the crazy part. I get the intuitive guidance literally for a specific season and episode. They're like, go to season 9. And I think it was like episode 7, right? And I'm like, okay, like I'm thinking this is kind of in the middle. So maybe it won't be as fresh as on my mind. I'm watching the show. I don't know anything. I don't recognize anything in the show. I've never seen it before. Okay. And I'm like, how have I never seen it before? I've watched the show twice from beginning to end. I'm binge watching it. How did I miss a show? You guys, the season continues. I haven't seen any of the shows on the season. I hadn't seen the whole entire season. Even as it went into the next season, there was like the first few episodes I still had not seen, which makes absolutely no sense because I had just watched it from beginning to end, not once, but twice in a row. So how am I missing a season and a half of episodes? But it was my desire that I still wanted to watch it, but not have to repeat it. And so it just happened. Even like the part that's crazy is like, I was led to it because I wasn't going to go back and watch it from beginning to end again. I was led literally to the place that left off where I could start and hadn't seen any of it. So it was crazy.
I love that story. I've used that a couple times since then. Like I was watching, it's called The Other Bennett Sister, and which is like a Jane Austen inspired thing. And there was a part when I had watched it the first time through that I like didn't like. So then I was like, wait, actually that didn't happen. And then the second time I watched it through, I watched the whole thing and like it wasn't there. And I was like, slay, mama. That wasn't actually the story I was going to share. I wrote a little list of things. Oh yeah, my first art show. I paint. I have paintings, as you can see, a couple of them behind. I'm a very artistic person. And I'd done like a whole space series, right? When I was like shifting my body into being perfect, like from my spine and being unable to be upright, I like spent a lot of time like imagining myself flying through space and feeling buoyant and floating and just like flying through nebulas. So I ended up painting a space series, and then I like just when I moved to Austin, I decided that I wanted to do a show. And within like 2 days, I was invited to do a show. Like I met someone randomly and they were like, oh my God, you're an artist. And they looked at my stuff and they were like, will you come like be in this show? And it was for this like big citywide event where they have like things and like, it's kind of hard to get like last minute spots, but they were like, we just had someone drop out. Will you like take this room? And so I like showed my cosmic exploration series and it was gorgeous. It was like my first art show. And then I like quickly manifested my second art show, which would like happen to be with like, it was called Astronomy on Tap, where it was like the astronomy department from like, the university, like would do these events, and they had like a room in the back where I like showed my stuff again. So it was like so fun of that thing of like, oh, I'd really love to like share it. So then I like, what I do is I have the desire to come up and then I fully feel myself experiencing it. And then I just like go on with my life. Yeah. Ooh. And I'm like not arguing with it because I'm like, oh, cool. Well, if I desired it, it's already like coming to me. It's already done. I fully experienced it already. I know everything exists in existence. So here we are. So that's just a fun little, and I've done the same thing where it's like, you know, manifesting like my podcast being out and my books being out and stuff. If I'm ever like doing a creative thing and I want it to like be done, I just put myself in the thing like, cool, it's already done. It's already out. It's already successful.
Yes. I love that. I love how effortless your stories are, Rose, and how things just like how everything just comes to you. I love that. Okay. This one is when I really had first learned about the law of assumption. It was an incredibly magical time for me because I was in the awe of it. And so I was playing with it. And so I was in the airport. And this is the similar story to manifesting the people coming into the restaurant. I was manifesting the people in the airport. So I'd be like, I want to see matching, like people matching, right? So I kept seeing couples matching, whole families matching, same t-shirt. Like, so I'm seeing that. I'd say, I want to see a really, like, I remember, like, okay, you guys know how, like, in the airport, you can be sitting facing, like, the jetway, or you can be sitting facing the airport. I'm sitting facing the jetway, right? So there's not many people there. And I said, I'm going to see an affectionate couple. They're going to be wearing white. And she's going to grab his butt. And I was like, I remember thinking, damn, but I'm literally facing the jetway. All the people are behind me. How am I going to see it? And I was like, well, Neville says I don't have to lift a finger, so I don't have to even spin around. They're going to come in front of me. And they were literally right in front of me. They're all cuddled up. They're matching. Of course, after I said that, everybody I saw was matching. They're all kissy and lovey-dovey, and she's grabbing his butt. So yeah, that airport, I was literally just selecting. I'm gonna see this, and then I would see it, and I'm gonna see that, and then I would see it like super specifically. It was fun.
I love that. I love these stories that you've told, like that one and the one you told on your live of just like the random people watching, people playing thing, right?
Mhm.
That's so great. And that's what I was saying to you guys earlier, or like, a couple days ago. I was saying, like, play with your reality more. Play more. If you're not playing in your reality, like I practiced, I played literally thousands of times. Thousands, because every single day I'd be selecting random shit. I used to start out like, oh, show me a dragonfly if this, or like whatever. And then I was like, wait, I'm just manifesting signs. So I stopped manifesting signs and then just started manifesting whatever I wanted, right? I remember like just random ass stuff. Another story was I was helping a friend move and we needed a pickup truck. And so I just like tuned into like a pickup truck showing up, and our other friend showed up in 20 minutes with his big ass black pickup truck, and he said he just felt called to stop by.
What?
I'm like, yeah, I called you mentally.
I love that.
Yeah, and it's just like it's so fast when it's just like I also like this past winter there was so much ice. And I was at first very excited to shovel because of like, since I used to have an incapability of shoveling with my spine issues, I was super excited to shovel and hack at that thing. And then, somewhere around day 3 or 4 of hacking, I was like, I'm done now. I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. And so I was like, you know what? Someone's going to help. Someone's going to help. And then within the hour, I hear outside, and a neighbor had come over and cleared like the rest of the sidewalk. And I was like, thank you. Thank you. And so that's the thing, was like I did it as long as I was enjoyable, but when my body was like, hey, we don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. I was like, okay, cool. Well, then it's someone else's joy to do this. And I was just like so glad to amazing. Thank you.
I love
Thanks.
that, Rose. I love how you always say it's their highest joy to do this. I love that so much. I'm taking that.
Infinite iterations of reality. I want it to be the person's joy to do the thing. I'm not gonna it's not like, oh, they're miserable helping me or they're helping me out of obligation. No, they're so happy and inspired to help.
Yes, I love that. Yes, that feels so good. I love that. I'm taking that for sure. Okay. Let's see here. So manifesting money. Like I did a visualization this day, of actually, you know what? I think I was actually watching another success story, or I don't know. But I did a visualization of opening my purse and seeing like a whole bunch of cash, right? And at that time, I was like, I don't know where I'm going to get some cash because who gets paid in cash anymore, you know? So I was like, whatever. Literally a few hours later, my best friend comes to my house and she hands me a thick stack of ones, right? And she's like, I was about to go to the strip club, but I'm not going anymore. So here, you can just have this money. It's not like it wasn't my birthday. Like it wasn't like anything. She didn't have to make it rain on me either. She just gave me the stack. And I was like, dude. And then I put it in my wallet and I'm looking and I'm like, dude, this is my visualization just a couple of hours ago of seeing my wallet stuffed with cash. So that's one that was funny.
That's so hilarious. That's insanely funny. I was gonna go to the strip club, but I'm not anymore. Here, have a stack of cash for you. There was like when I was like first playing with, well, not really first, because like I had manifested. I mentioned the 5K story. I think that was on your live. But I was like randomly, I would like manifest like 200 here, 300 here, whatever. One day I was like, I'm just like 200 extra bucks. And then a few days later, my landlord hands me an envelope. And it was a birthday card that someone had sent me, someone I'd never gotten a gift from before, randomly like weeks after my birthday. And I open it and there's $200 in it. And I was like, thank you. So I was like, you know what? It's just on its way to me. And literally, like, since it arrived at that time, it was already in the mail on its way to me. And so that is how easy reality selection is. Of the infinite iterations of reality, I selected the one where it was already in the mail on its way to me. I was like, it'd be nice to receive like 200 extra bucks.
I love that.
Yo, I love it too. Do you want to share one more? Shall we share about our beautiful adventure together?
I'll share one more and then you can go ahead and share about our adventure together. So this one is about changing people's personalities, drastically changing people's personalities. So I had a friend who had a sibling, her sister, who was like not so nice, just to say the least. Like this person was like trying to steal her identity, like always had issues with her, like wanted to fight me for no reason. Like it was just crazy, right? So she and I are like joking, like laughing, and we're like, no, she had a spiritual awakening. Like she's found Jesus, you know, like she's not like that anymore. A few weeks later, her and her sister are not even in contact or talking. Her sister reaches out to her, tells her, you know, I've been getting closer to God and I don't feel like things will be right in my life until you and I are good and that we, mend our relationship together. And like turns out to like really have like changed in her personality. I've done this with people with like addictions, with cigarettes and alcohol. So the cigarettes one, I was explaining to my friend, literally what Rose is just saying. There's infinite iterations of reality. There's reality where you never smoked, right? So I'm like, yeah, you never smoked. You know, you hate the smell of smoke, actually. When people like are smoking, you're like, ugh, disgusting. Like, get that away from me. Within a month, this person quits cold turkey. This person had been smoking for, I think, 12 or 13 years, okay? Quit cold turkey, still does not smoke. We did this with that person's, their child's father, right? Who was was an alcoholic, like really bad, right? And we were like, yeah, this one, we weren't even like, we were literally I was just playing. Like, I was just like, yeah, like, you know, no, they never drink alcohol. Like they don't drink, they hate alcohol. They don't even like it. Like all this stuff. Within a few months, that person quits drinking and still does not drink. And I remember when they first started to shift, because they shifted and shifted back. And then I remember when they shifted back, I was like, no, they never drank before. And they shifted back, right? And I remember my friend telling me, this person, he came and told me that he wants to stop drinking. She said, he told me before he would never stop drinking. He said he would never, ever even, like, he's just never going to do that. And he's telling me he wants to stop. And then I remember seeing him at an event, and I'm seeing him and I'm like, this guy is a completely different version of himself. Like I'm looking at him like, how is he so calm? Like he's so like whatever. But yeah, those things, like, just literally so simple, did nothing. Literally wasn't even serious, because those were some of the most drastic changes I had seen in people. So I was just like, whatever, we're just going to talk about, I know how revision works. But yeah, changing people's personalities, that one is cool.
I've done the same thing with people with cigarettes and with alcohol as well. And it was that. And the same thing happened with the alcohol thing, where it was like they, stopped and then they started again. And then I was like, put my foot down again. I was like, no, they just don't even like it. Like, they just don't do it. I like you're like, no, they never drank. Like that level of like specificity and precision as well is really, really great. And I've had like a bunch of like clients too, like stop smoking and drinking and stuff that way. So it's like, you have the power, babe. You are the power. There's no power other than you, which brings us to Olivia and I are collaborating for a beautiful masterclass experience called The Magic Solution from Wanting to Having, where we will be sharing and guiding and getting you snapped into the precision, the artistry, the magic of selection. You are the power. You're able to select reality in infinite ways. And if you come play with us for an hour, then your life is never going to be the same. So we have regular, and then we also have a VIP session right after the first masterclass, and that is a VIP Q&A. Everyone who comes gets a VIP ticket. You get one guaranteed question answered, and it's just going to be the most magical, wonderful experience. We're already such magical beings, and I'm just so excited for this collaboration and this play and this like majesty. So that is July 15th at 1 p.m. And yeah, I'm excited to see what other magical success stories pop up between now and then, because I know we just keep doing it.
Yeah, I'm excited too. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, the magic, just because we're in that energy and that intention. And even I feel like our lives today just put us like even more into that effortless receiving energy. I love it.
Yes, the magic.
Yes.
So thank you guys so much for joining us on this beautiful live for our beautiful collaboration. We have another live coming up too on the 10th that we're going to be doing, and very excited for that live as well. And then of course the class on the 15th, which if you know us, you're going to want to be there. I love it.
Yes.
I shared here, let me unblank this. Someone asked, you said you wanted 5K, but you got $400 in the mail. No, I shared a success story of manifesting 5K on Olivia's live, and then I said this was a separate story about when I wanted 200 and I got 200. So anyway.
Rose is getting what she wants every time, all the time.
I get what I ask for specifically. And if I get something and it's not what I asked for, then I say, nope. It's actually this.
Yes.
Yes. Amazing. All right, beautiful beings. This live replay is going to be up on YouTube to enjoy and get amplified and really, really appreciate. The links for registration are going to be up in both of our bios for the masterclass, and the replay from Olivia's live, if you haven't caught it, if you haven't caught it, is up on her YouTube right now as well. And then we'll tag each other in it so you can watch both parts of it. If you missed any of the success stories, I'm sure you're going to want to hear them again too, because they are so fun and phenomenal and successful. So have an absolutely beautiful day. You are the magic, and I can't wait to see you there. Bye, beings.